from our previous episode, I kind of like explained that Made in Lagos wasn't received in Nigeria as well as Davido and Olamide, because Olamide and Davido, they're still in the Nigerian sound, whereas Wizkid is now westernized with the whole Damian Marley influence, with the whole Western influence, with the whole R&B influences as well. So he's changed. His sound has sonically changed over time. Whereas I think that people are still stuck on they want the Odre Legba Wizkid, and Wizkid isn't in Odre Legba anymore. He lives in London. Back with the last episode of the season. Can I get a whoop whoop? Whoop whoop! Yes, it's your favorite girl, Teeyana, Aromi,
Cee Valentina,
and myself, RHYMESHE.
You guys should already know how this game goes. We have 5 envelopes on this table, and each envelope contains stupid, silly, controversial opinions because every episode has been stupid. But yes, we are going to unfold, debate, and decide if they're blasphemy or if they're the truth. Now, who do we have in the hot seat today?
Well, today we have none other than our favourite Afro-fusion artist. It's Miss Rebecca Winter.
There you go. Let the people know who you are, where they can find you, what you're doing. Everything about Rebecca Winter.
Hi guys, so my name is Rebecca Winter. I'm an Afro-fusion artist from West London. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Period. Surviving on 3 hours
West
sleep.
London in the house.
That's the artist life.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 more fiery statements in the basket. Let's talk about it. These are opinions of people online. Rebecca is going to pick both of them and she's going to read it out loud, and obviously you know the vibes. We're going to discuss it.
Let's get
Do it.
Let's get into it.
Right. Statement number 1.
tense.
It says, Afroswing is in a coma.
Hey, yikes.
Is in a coma. Or is in a coma. Any revitalization of it is limited.
That's harsh.
So Afroswing is in a coma apparently.
Okay. Let's grab our boards.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you... ...
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
can't-
started off by saying wrong. There's many hot. Then I said ... Hang on, who? There's hot Afro swing artists where? So I said kind of. It's kind of true. It's. Do you know? I love the genre, but it's not. I don't.
Are you okay? Do you not wait? Do you not live in the UK right now? Do you not see what's happening? I don't understand the whole.
Tell me.
Everyone's sound is influenced by Afro swing right now.
Could be influenced by it, but are people
Gangsta.
Yeah. But
All
that
of your
was-
favourite
I-
songs are
Joanna.
Afro-swing these days. Like
Joanna,
Rebecca
but-
Winter.
That was a while ago. We're talking 2021.
She's sitting right here.
2021. Like all. Okay, name your favourite UK artists,
Okay.
excluding me.
No.
Love that. Love that.
Energy.
Just saving
Love
you.
that.
Okay, she didn't say my name.
Nines.
Mm-hmm.
Airplane mode.
To ignore
What is
them.
that?
That's true. And
Let's
that's
go.
true. He
Next.
needs NSG to make it in the charts. That's
NSG alone.
NSG.
NSG.
Yeah.
True. That
Who
is
else?
True. Gets.
Continue.
That's right.
I'd say Skepta as well.
He has
He
Right,
definitely,
then
he
it
definitely
just say
doubles.
far
He
away.
definitely doubles. Yeah.
Make
he
us
definitely
there
doubles.
far
That was
away.
like 2 years ago though.
You
It's
know
still
what?
quite
Like,
still-
that's why I said not quite. What I think is
T-Way
happening.
as well. Sorry.
What I think is happening is that drill was just the more popular sound, but I don't think that means just because one sound is more popular that the other sound is dead.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's dead.
We're in a
I just
coma.
think it's not. Yeah, actually, to be fair, to think about the statement, it's not dead, but like it's not as popping as it was
like a
a few
gangster.
years ago.
But that's how music is. It works in cycles. Like every sound can't be popular at the same time. So I feel like now drill is just the sound that's having its moment.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so
There's going to be
everyone's-
something
Yeah.
next. There's going to be something next. There's going to be something next. Remember when grime was hot?
Yeah.
Then there was something next.
Yeah.
Like
and then it came back around, and then
it
now
came back around, and then
now we're
it's
back to
always
drill,
going to
like-
happen.
It's like, would
Yeah.
you say that about like R&B? Would you say that about
R&B is going to have its time.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Everything kind of has its, now all the,
Do you know what's funny though? It's funny how they only do this with urban genres. You'll never hear them say pop is dead.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to say that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
it's only our genres that they seem to do that with.
Pop isn't really like a sound. It's more pop is what's mainstream at the time, so it just fluctuates with whatever's
It depends on how you
And I
look
feel
at
like Afro swing's becoming pop. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Popular music.
Yeah.
Pop is popular music.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's doing it.
When I think about the statement, it's saying it's dead. Okay, when I think about that, it's not true. It's definitely not dead. But I think it's definitely not as popular as it was. But that doesn't mean
It is still popular. It's what makes,
And it's
what
even
goes
becoming
off in the
very more
clubs.
commercial, like with what a lot of what Mr. Easy does when he does all the commercial stuff and he intertwines it with the Afro sound.
Yeah.
Like, in the clubs, you're not going to listen to it all
Afro
day.
influences
It's
so
Afro
many
swing.
genres.
Do you know what I think is happening? Maybe it's the artists that were championing that sound, no longer being at the forefront of it, and that's kind of what the issue people are having is. But I feel like what's happening is a lot of people are taking from the sound and like making, pop songs with the sound, but like the artists that were actually kind of in the trenches and making the music aren't really getting the shine.
Timbo.
But you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean?
Shout out Timbo.
For real.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's what's happening. Maybe it's because like the artists that were actually, grinding and
That's not true
pushing the
because
sound.
NSG are still pushing that sound. They've been doing it from uni days. They were there from the Timbo time to now. There's still
But how many NSGs are there in
and
terms
that's
of...
fine. They're still the
there's a lot of
forefront.
people.
They're still the forefront, and now everyone's trying to either collaborate with them or take that sound. Weston's new song, "Mama Say," sounds exactly like what NSG do. Like you're listening to bits, and you're like Chris could be on that. So like there's
Wait, would you say Weston's Afro swing?
no, but their new song.
Some of their songs are Afro swing.
Some of them are, but
This
their
one
new
definitely is.
song, you
Definitely.
can hear the inspiration.
Have you heard their new song?
Yeah.
It's
I love
defo
it.
Afro swing.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Are you sure?
I promise.
You have to ask Cee.
Weston's
Yeah.
one of my favourite groups as well. I forgot to mention
But
that.
yeah, their new
Weston's one
song.
of my
Their new
favourite
song
groups.
is Afro swing. 100% Afro
Yeah,
swing.
so it's not it's on the rise end and it's gonna
Yeah.
continue because the Afro swing is just not it's not even just one sound. There's so many mixes to it, and that's what makes Afro swing so beautiful and how so many artists can tap in.
Yeah.
I feel like Afro swing is not just a sound. I feel like it's an experience of like people who live in the UK but are in the Afro-Caribbean diaspora. And as long as we're still here, the sound is always going to be here because we're always going to continue having that.
Yeah, it's funny you even said it an experience because even like something like Afro Nation, when everyone described that whole thing, it was an experience.
Yeah.
Like we've never had that before.
Facts.
So yeah, Coma. Who the hell wrote that?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah, not a coma. That's ridiculous.
No,
It's not
hold
a
on,
coma.
calm.
And also, I think because I perceive music to be moving so,
I'm excited.
it moves so much. I perceive music to be moving so fast as well. So like a lot of the times, like how I'm picturing the new sound, I'm starting in my head from like 2019, 2020. Really, it should be more like 2016. And like if you include those years, Afro swing is in those years as well.
Even
so,
before that.
But don't you think?
yeah, no, but I'm saying like in terms of the new music, like
Don't you think everyone's we have a shorter attention span like society does?
Yeah.
Because
and I'm guilty of that.
I wouldn't class music that's come out in 2019
16
or 16 as old.
Yeah.
Or 17. But now
Do you know what?
it's dated.
It's
and it
so
makes no
wild
sense.
that you say that because I was on TikTok
That
the other
gangster's
day.
old
Yeah.
to me.
I was on TikTok the other day and they were doing like UK like throwbacks, and they were like bringing up songs from like 3-4 years ago. I'm like, how is that a throwback? Like,
Like, it's sad. And that's why people are just, think that Afro swing is
The Gen
dead,
Zs
but-
have ruined
Yeah.
this nation.
What?
The Gen Zs.
What do you mean?
They are the reason why we have a short attention span. The Gen Zs are the TikTokers.
social media.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know.
We're
that term.
millennials, so like,
Oh, okay,
yeah, we don't
okay.
see
I'm
stuff
not
like that.
kind
So,
of
whereas
Gen
they
Z.
see it as that's
Yeah.
done.
We're in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, definitely. I hold my hands up to that, guys. I'm a victim of social media.
Yeah, you are. You
And
are.
I've been very consumed
know you
in
definitely
drill.
are.
I've been very consumed in drill for like the
Yeah.
past. So in my head, all I'm thinking is drill. But you are so right when you say that Afro swing is influenced. Like when you said Nines and NSG, that is true. That was his most charted song on that album,
And it
Cups in
still
the
goes
Bucket.
on.
Like
Airplane
NSG,
mode to
they bring in
another.
the vibes.
Facts.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's his biggest song on the album.
I do think so as well.
It was the biggest song, like success wise, but I love a lot of other songs in that because I'm a rap fan. So
Okay.
yeah.
Fair.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Who's
Next
next?
statement.
Number 2.
Okay. Let's see if
The
this one's as
final
bad.
countdown.
Final countdown.
Oh, now I'm singing a song in my head.
Yeah, I think same. I didn't want to sing it out because singing of it, this is not gonna hit.
Oh wait, what song are we singing?
That one. All right, cool. It says, "Made in Lagos was not a good album. It was made in the UK."
Oh.
Made in
shady.
Lagos was not a good album. It was made in the UK.
Oh man.
Do you know what? I've mentioned this, and we mentioned this in our previous episode.
I'll try now, trust me. Okay.
3, 2, 1. It was an amazing album. I said I understand.
That's pretty much what I said.
That means
I said that's mean, but I understand why.
It said, "Do not let your past dictate where you are going."
I'm dead.
She came to me for
she
Wizkid.
came with the motivation.
Listen, it's not by force. Like, you're made in Lagos. It doesn't mean that you're staying in Lagos. It like, you can go around the world and be
Yeah.
influenced and land. Like, he was
Yeah.
made there, but it's not like, I hear what people wanted on that project, but he's grown. You know, he's a big man now, so he has to change his sound a little
Yeah.
bit.
You know, I feel like, obviously, I don't feel like I'm the authority on Afrobeats at all.
Sure.
But I feel like the sentiment of the statement is that they think he's really westernized. I think that's what I'm kind of getting from that.
Yeah, so from our previous episode, it kind of like explained that Made in Lagos wasn't received in Nigeria as well as Davido and Olamide, because Olamide and Davido, they're still in the Nigerian sound, whereas Wizkid is now westernized with the whole Damian Marley influence, with the whole
Yeah.
Western influence, with the whole R&B influences as well. So he's changed. His sound has sonically changed over time. Whereas I think that people are still stuck on they want the Audrey Legba Wizkid, and Wizkid isn't in Audrey Legba anymore. He lives in London. He's very much westernized, and his story has changed. So I don't think a lot of Nigerians received it as well as we received it, because you speak to us, we'll say it's a beautiful album. Like it musically, it takes us on a journey. Whereas Nigerians they don't even listen to it. But I completely understand, because Nigeria, Olamide is like that's what they're used to. So when they're listening to "Peace to Me," they're like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What is this Oyibo music?
Okay.
What is it?" So, but that doesn't mean it's not a good album. It just means that he's changed his sound. He's moved into a different space. And if you don't accept that, that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just you don't. That's not your
Yeah,
sound,
it's
and
not
that,
for
you don't
you.
mess with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think that the title is more personalized. Like, he's talking about him. He's made in Lagos, and he is, like, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But now he's representing it globally. And
Yeah.
I feel like I still don't feel like his sound is too westernized. You know, I feel like I love Burna, but I definitely feel like his album was more westernized than Made in Lagos. If we have to do that, but
Yeah, but none of us received Twice as Tall. Great. No one across the board.
But you know what's funny?
But it was a strategic. Like I like to say, it was a strategic
100%.
album.
Well, he got the Grammy, so
no,
you know.
but you know what's funny? When I went into, because remember that Naughty by Nature song that everybody was, had their opinion on. When I went to an American room on Clubhouse, I was like, "Oh my god, that's the dopest song on the album. That's fire. Look what he did, what Burna did with that song was crazy." So I guess
It did what it needed to do.
it did what it needed to do for them, and do you know what I mean? And I feel like, yeah, back to this, I definitely feel like Made in Lagos was perfect. Like, it was a mature album. Like, it just is what we needed. And I feel like the surprise element always works. When you give people what they're used to, like, they don't even appreciate it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like he needs to, with music, we need to learn how to open new doors and, like, explore new sounds, because I feel like people generally are very comfortable with what they, like, if they don't hear what they want to hear, they say it's crap. If that makes sense.
It's true.
So I just think, yeah, it was amazing. And
But don't you feel like, even like consumers, like if an artist doesn't grow, he's too stagnant, or we're tired of
Never
hearing the
happy.
same thing.
right.
Yeah.
And if they do grow, this is not what we asked
You want the
for.
old one back.
We missed the
Everywhere.
They're
old.
always gonna have an opinion.
Yeah.
It's a joke. You can't
Yeah.
really
Just do what
Yeah.
you want to
do
do.
what you love. Makes you
yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Because even like with example Bryson Tiller, what was that?
What would they hate?
After 5 years, we're
I was
still
very
getting the
Apparently, they
same.
were the
I love-
throwaways from that album.
It was
I
definitely
love
throwaway.
Anniversary.
They better be because
No, it was definitely because I was listening to it, and obviously when I'm in studio, I think too much. No. So like, I think too much. So there's some songs that I'm like, this I could have put this out.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds good. The melodies are cool, but this is not a song.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I feel like he did the whole way through. I feel like he was just singing, and then he was like,
it's like
let's
one
go.
continuous song. Like,
Mate,
It was anyway. So
Mate.
shout out Bryson, still love
I
you, still want
love
to work
that
with you.
album.
But yeah,
yeah,
It's
that
an
was just a
amazing
bit-
album.
I was just
but
disappointed.
moral of the story: do what you love.
you guys said
Consumers
that you
are-
don't really listen to Afro. Why?
It's not that I don't really listen to it, but I wouldn't say that I'm an authority on it. Like I wouldn't say like that's the genre I listen to the most. So when
Yeah.
someone is more knowledgeable on the genre, I like to let them speak.
She said Loading blew up by TikTok. Can you imagine?
That's where I heard
said
it.
She doesn't know Olamide.
That's where I heard it.
I heard it.
Olamide Bado.
I heard it on TikTok.
I heard it on TikTok.
I heard it on
That was the
TikTok.
first place I heard it. I'm not
Olamide
gonna lie.
comes, drops a banger, he goes.
Do you know what? With
That's-
Olamide, he's a pioneer and he's behind your favorite artists. That's the thing. He's behind all of them. Even Fireboy, he's behind all of them. Like Olamide, literally, he doesn't even need to look. Is he even in the music video? He doesn't need. It's his album. I think people are not deep in that. It's not Bad Boy Tim's song. It's Olamide's song.
Yeah.
Olamide's album. So I think,
Yeah, he's one of.
he's a
Golden.
pioneer. As in, I don't
couldn't
understand
believe
why
that
they
you
don't.
said that blew because of
Yeah.
TikTok.
I didn't say that
couldn't
it
believe
blew because it's TikTok. That's just where I discovered it. Like, yeah.
But you see, when they compare Burna, Davido, and Burna, Davido, and Wiz, I always wonder why they don't include Olamide in the
Olamide,
conversation.
yeah.
It's because he's not as present physically.
He's not present. But I don't mind Olamide doing it because whether you see Olamide in 2-3 years, it's going to be like a banger. And I don't know what he puts in the music, but it always blows. Always blows.
He's written one of your best. Even 49.99. Who wrote that?
You're asking the wrong
doesn't know that
person.
song.
Do you know the song?
No.
Tiwa Savage.
Oh
49.99.
yeah. I do know that song. Yeah.
Are you sure you know
Yeah,
that
I
song?
do know that
I
song.
don't know the song.
She does. She definitely. We need to.
Do you
We
know
need
what
to
is
consider her
with
position.
You wrote that
Afrobeats? Like I love.
We
I
need to
appreciate
consider
it,
her
but-
position next season.
No, you see, you don't
we
miss
need
Afrobeat.
we need
No, I
someone who's
appreciate
all
it.
rounded,
No, I
not
appreciate.
just drill.
I don't just listen
So you're
to drill.
a drill head.
I know.
I listen to rap, but you know what it is? I appreciate Afrobeats, but I don't know, maybe because I'm not immersed in the culture. I think
Okay.
it could be like who
We
I'm around.
accept you anyway.
Like ever since like getting, I listened to Your Song Diamonds and I really loved it. And I was like, you know what? I should get into this more. So I'm gonna start listening to it more for real. And Wizkid's album.
You love it.
Yeah.
No, I have a
Yeah.
connection to the album.
Yeah, no, we
I
all
put it
do.
in my caption.
I'm never gonna forget that time of my life.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Just
listen to
'cause of the
Afrobeats more for real.
song. Sure.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
Oh.
So, we have come to the end of season 2. I've been the new host here. I hope you've enjoyed me. Hopefully, we're not going to get replaced next season. So, I'm your host, Cee Valentina. It's
Teeyana, Aromi.
And me, great sign.
and our amazing guest.
What have you got coming up?
Yeah,
Rebecca?
tell us.
Oh my gosh, so much, guys. Definitely look out for my new single coming. A little exclusive AA. But yeah, and maybe a virtual show potentially.
A virtual show.
Word on the
I'd
street.
love to see that.
So yeah, that's your little exclusive. Nobody actually knows that. So.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank you
through.
for having me as usual.
And
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, RHYMESHE. Make sure you subscribe.
make sure you follow us on Twitter, Ramshe
Twitter.
Pod.
And follow us on all of our personal
Please,
socials.
follow
Yeah,
us.
and all our personal stuff.
Yes, please. And like our pictures and comment. And
Yeah.
share.
And